I've always kind of had a desire to try and help people in the same situation or a similar situation, and I've never, because I was so involved with horses for a long period of time, I never had the time. But since I've really taken a step back from that, I've had the chance to kind of help a few, to think about becoming part of a volunteer group and see if I can just hang out with some people and see if we can talk about similar situations that I've been through and help people through the same thing. And to be honest with you, I definitely feel like I've got more out of it than what I've put in, to be honest, and it's been a brilliant experience, and I'd recommend it to anyone, really. It's just general sort of guy type stuff again, really. We've got an association with an allotment now, so we're looking at doing some sort of growing our own sort of plants and vegetables and that kind of thing, and just getting involved with outdoor stuff. We go for walks on the beach. We've just recently gone down to Exeter and spent some time just having a stroll down on the beach. We're actually looking at preparing a car for sort of track use, and looking at building a race car, like a sort of a low-key like race car. So for guys that are interested in cars and all that type of stuff. And the list goes on, really. There's an art group that we do as well, which is on Mondays at the Phoenix Centre, and just general guy type stuff, really. Well, it is true, to be honest with you, that men generally find it difficult to voice their concerns or like the way they feel. So I would be keen to say that the men's network that I'm part of now really is a great platform for men that are perhaps feeling isolated or spend a lot of their time feeling quite stressed or anxious or suffer from any type of mental health problem that's either already diagnosed or is perhaps not diagnosed because you as a man haven't taken sort of the leap in terms of voicing what's happening to you. I would recommend so much that you even inquire about becoming part of the network, because you'll find that there are a great many people like yourself that just looking to find out how they can just network with other men and talk about guy stuff and just talk about what's going on in their head, and with a view to feeling a little bit more part of a group as opposed to feeling alone. Even if you just live alone and you feel isolated, come down and meet us, and we will be a shoulder for you to lean on and there to have a laugh and a chat with you. And that's it doesn't need to necessarily be anything more than that. It can be a lot more than that, but it doesn't need nothing is expected of you other than your good company. Yeah, it's a regular social meet, so we meet once a week on Haven Banks at one of the cafes. You can find all of the details of each individual meet on the Mind website, so take a look at that. And we do organise various other activities aside from that, but the staple sort of meet that we have is on Wednesdays at 1 o'clock down on the quay. Say that during the period where I felt like very ill indeed, I had experience, even to this day really, but during that period I experienced a hell of a lot of social anxiety, in that I found it really nerve-wracking to be in a big group of people or feel that people really wanted to talk to me or even spend time with me, because anxiety or depression has the ability to kind of make you feel like something that you're not really, or make you feel like a worse person than you actually are. So I would say to anyone that is thinking about trying to combat any issues that they have, any mental health issues at all, through exercise or just doing something to be involved with other people that are in a similar situation to you, i.e. volunteering. If you're wondering if you feel like it's something that you would like to do but are wondering whether you can really carry it off, the answer is that you can. It's just that you just have to take a leap and just say, instead of thinking I don't think I'm going to be able to do this, maybe just think I'm going to do this and see what happens, and if it doesn't work out, at least I've tried. And pretty much everything that I've been really very nervous about in the first place that I've gone on to try and get involved with, I've been so glad that I've done, and it's given me, it's very much enriched my life and made me a happier person. So I'd say go for it. I really don't feel like I'm being brave. I just think that it's such a huge issue in modern society, and I think that I don't really feel like I have anything to hide anymore. At one point, I think I would have felt differently, but as time's gone on, as I said before, I don't really necessarily see it now as a disease or an ailment. I see it as part of who I am, and anyone that I've spoken to about it, or anyone that I have been involved with, relationship-wise, has been massively understanding. And I think the best thing that I could do the best thing that anyone can do if they're experiencing a mental health problem of any type is to voice what is happening to them, or voice the way they feel to someone that they feel close to, or someone that they feel that will understand, because even just talking about the issues will help you understand that you're really not isolated, and you're really not battling it alone, because there are a huge amount of people in the UK and the world over that are suffering with similar symptoms, and I think the more that you talk about it, the more you will be able to be helped or assisted in finding a solution. If you bottle it all up and you don't talk about it, it has the capacity to really do damage. So I feel that even talking about it is actually really therapeutic, just the act of talking about it. So I would encourage anyone to just seek help through, whether it's family, friends or professional help. I would just encourage anyone to talk about what's going on in their head. And if they can't do that initially, then just go for a walk or go for a swim and then talk about it afterwards, because you'll feel a lot more relaxed, and potentially feel a lot more relaxed, and just ready to try and fight what's happening to you.